Hi everyone, this is Benevolent Immortal, aka Albus Faye, and I'm going to be doing a movie review right now for the benefit of all of you. I haven't done one of those in a while. Um, I'm going to be reviewing the 1961 Jack Clayton directed film. Well, it's a Hammer horror film from the British company Hammer Horror called The Innocents, and it starred Deborah Kerr. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Sorry. And also Martin Stevens and Pamela Franklin as the two kids, Miles and Flora. And the woman who played Mrs. Gross, Megs Jenkins, I believe her name was. And The Innocents is a gothic horror movie, and it takes place on this estate in Bly. I don't know where that is. I'm guessing it's in England. Well, yeah, of course it's in England. It takes place in England on this estate, this country estate called Bly, and it focuses on this governess named Mrs. Miss Giddens, who has been sent by this wealthy gentleman from London to look after his two orphan kids. I mean, his two orphaned niece and nephew. And while there, everything seems all nice and polite and proper at first, and the kids seem really nice and well behaved. But over time, she learns more and more about the history of the two kids and their relations to an older couple, the old governess named Miss Jessel and her lover Rupert Quint, and they were in an abusive relationship, and they both ended up dying under like mysterious and tragic circumstances. So that left a really bad effect on the two kids, especially Flora, but Miles too. And over the course of the film, she sees all these apparitions and ghosts, or at least that's what she thinks they are. And she hears voices, and other strange, bizarre, and eerie things start happening. And it has a very rich and subtle atmosphere, like something that's kind of missing in a lot of horror movies nowadays. I mean, if you like The Others or movies like that, like it's very similar to movies like that and The Ring, movies that have a more like restrained and atmospheric and suspenseful, tone to them. And basically, unlike the novella which it's based on, called The Turn of the Screw by Henry James, the movie The Innocents kind of plays for a more like psychological or ambiguous, focus on it, because you don't really know if the apparitions and the ghosts are, and that the behavior of the children is due to supernatural presence, or something that's just they the abusive couple had an effect on the two kids, and they took away their innocence, so to speak. So that's the kind of ties into the title of the series of the movie. Sorry. Um, but yeah, it's very psychological. It's like a psychological horror movie, and it really plays around with the idea of like what's really going on, and like who's there are secrets, and there are all these mysteries going on in the house, and you don't know if he's going crazy or if he's actually seeing these things, and just a really well made, atmospheric horror movie. And I would highly suggest you watch it. I mean, it stands up to like, horror movies made nowadays, like right from the very first scene where you hear this girl singing, and then all of a sudden the credits start appearing, and the movie begins. That's like kind of it really sets a really eerie tone for the movie, and that I really respect that because of it. I really love horror movies, and The Innocents is right up there with like Jacob's Ladder and The Sixth Sense, in my opinion. It's a really well-made movie. It's really gothic. It's really just eerie and suspenseful and just creepy. It really feels you unsettling. I mean, if you don't find it scary, I mean, of course, everyone's different. You definitely will find it. At least I think you'll find it at least, unsettling at the very most, because it's just so, dark and disturbing, especially for its time. I mean, it was 1961, and movies back then, weren't really as just bizarre and creepy like they are, more nowadays. But, I think it's ahead of its time personally. I think it's a masterpiece. And I highly suggest you, check this movie out and see what you think for yourself. Alright, well, thanks for watching and peace.